Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. Guys, smash the like button on this video. Really smash the like button. Really helps the channel. Guys, leave a comment as well. Let me know your thoughts about the video. I just put up a video with George Kambosos and Haney and Beterbiev and Bivol. Go and smash the like button on that video and leave a comment underneath that video letting me know your thoughts about the things that me and Salman went through. So go smash the like button and leave a comment underneath that video. It really helps the channel, guys. So yes, make sure to smash that like button, guys. I really need you guys to smash the like button. But yeah, Timothy Bradley says Canelo will stop GGG. Let's see what Mr. Timothy Bradley has to say. You can't be depending on a fighter to be weak to make you strong. GG isn't worried about Canelo loss. Canelo just lost and he was the pound for pound king. You don't understand what that does to a fighter with so much pride like Canelo. He's going to go back to the drawing board, and he understands that I got to work on my boxing ability and get back to what I used to do, says Timothy Bradley. He then goes on to say, so he's going to be different. The fight with Bivol is going to make him better. It's going to make him stronger fighter and make him stronger mentally, says Timothy Bradley. Okay, what does he go on to say? He then says, it's going to improve his game. So I'm expecting a better Canelo when he fights against GGG. I'm going to say it again. I think Canelo stops GGG. And if he doesn't stop him, he's going to hurt him badly. Wow. He's younger, great combinations, and he's going to be boxing from the outside. He's going to mix it up, and we're going to see a better Canelo this time around that we haven't seen in a long time due to his loss. Bivol is tough, and I was one of the first ones to say that. I was one of the first ones to say that Dimitri Bivol may be a tough fight. I did pick Canelo to win the fight ultimately because it's Canelo, and I'm not stupid to go against Canelo. And I think I was a bit like that. I was a bit like that as well. Before I go on to say what he says, it's like when it's Canelo, it's difficult to go against Canelo because it's Canelo. Do you understand? So I can see what Bradley's saying here, because I was a bit like that. But I did, towards the latter part when the fight was getting close, when I had studied Bivol a little bit more, I did start changing my opinion about how close this fight's going to be. But I still pick Canelo, like Bradley said, because it's Canelo. You're not going to go against Canelo, and Canelo's a proven guy. He's done it at the highest level. He's proven, and he's a proven commodity. So you're not going to go against Canelo because of what he's done in the sport. But everyone that knew the sport, everyone that knew Dimitri Bivol and has studied Dimitri Bivol and looked at Dimitri Bivol's amateur pedigree and looked at Dimitri Bivol's boxing skills and what he brought to the table, I think we all understood and realized that this was going to be a much tougher fight than what people were saying initially. This was going to be a much more difficult fight than what people thought. And that's basically what it was. It was definitely a much more tougher fight than what people thought it would be. And in the end, it was a one-sided fight in favor of Dimitri Bivol, which nobody really predicted. I think people thought that Dimitri Bivol could beat Canelo, but they thought it would be close, hence why Canelo would get the decision. In this case, it was so one-sided that I think it was pretty obvious who won that fight. And the judges did the right thing, because there would have been an uproar. If Canelo had got that decision, there would have been an uproar. I saw one of you say that, Canelo won that fight. But come on, let's be realistic. I don't think anyone in their right mind could have scored that fight towards Canelo. I think it was pretty obvious. It was pretty one-sided. It was pretty conclusive, who won that fight. And it was pretty obvious that Canelo Alvarez had been soundly defeated in that fight. Now, let's go on to what Bradley has to say further. It's going to improve his game, so I'm expecting a better Canelo when he fights GGG. And I'm going to say it again. I think Canelo stops GGG. If he doesn't stop him, he's going to hurt him badly. He's younger, or I think I've read this bit. Bivol is tough. And then he goes, I did pick Canelo because ultimately it's Canelo. Okay, so I think I've read everything that Timothy Bradley had to say. So yeah, I'm kind of in agreement with Bradley. I'm not sure that Canelo will stop. I'm not sure Canelo will stop Golovkin. And I'm not sure Canelo will hurt Golovkin badly like Bradley might do. But I'm not so confident. I'm not so positive that is what Canelo's going to do, because Golovkin has got the bit between his teeth. Golovkin is very, very angry. He feels that Canelo Alvarez, has hurt his legacy. And he feels he's been robbed a couple of times against Canelo. And he wants to make amends. He wants to go in there and put that right. He wants to show the world that he is the man. He wants to show Golovkin that, listen, he wants to show Canelo that, listen, you got lucky those 2 times. I'm going to beat you. And maybe this is the perfect time, because if Golovkin can push this fight close, the judges have already shown that, they will go against Canelo now. I think the ice has been broken. And I think Canelo fights now, because the ice has been broken now and Canelo has been defeated and the judges has gone against him. I think that will be a precedent for the future. So I don't think Canelo will get easy decisions now. Or no, even though I don't think Canelo ever got gift decisions. According to some of you, you feel he has. You feel that Lara beat him. I felt like he got the gift decision against Golovkin the first time. But apart from that, I don't think there was any other gift decisions. But you guys feel otherwise. I think some of you feel like Trout won. Crazy. Lara, some of you feel Lara won. So yeah, some of you feel like Canelo has got. I think now that Bivol got the decision, I think it's going to be completely different moving forward. I don't think the judges are going to be as kind to Canelo, because the ice has been broken. And once the ice has been broken, that's it. I think judges will have more confidence to go against Canelo now, because they've seen it done in the past. I personally think this is a great fight. I still think this is a great fight. I still think styles match very well. People think Golovkin's got worse. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure, and I'm not so confident that Golovkin has got worse. I still think Golovkin is very, very dangerous for Canelo. I still think Golovkin is going to give Canelo the business in there. And I think Golovkin is very motivated. Having said that, I agree with Timothy Bradley that Canelo Alvarez is going to have the bit between his teeth. Canelo Alvarez is going to want to prove to people that he is the man. Canelo Alvarez is going to want to prove to people that Bivol fight was a one-off fight and he can come back from that. And he is going to be working his behind off in training. Also, I think Canelo, you're going to see a different Canelo. I think you're going to see a Canelo that's going to, in my opinion, box more. In my opinion, look to box from the outside, not just walk guys down. I don't think you can do that against Golovkin. Golovkin's very tough. So Canelo's going to have to box on the back foot in this fight. Canelo's also going to have to, in my opinion, box on the outside, throw quick combinations, get out, box and move. Canelo's going to have to show that, because I feel like that's what he's got to do against Bivol as well. Now, people may say that's impossible to do against Bivol, because Bivol's a bigger fighter. He's taller, he's rangier, he has a quicker feet, so it's going to be difficult. I'm not so sure. I think Canelo Alvarez can box but what he's going to have to do against Bivol, he's going to have a very high output. And I feel like he's going to have to use that against Golovkin. And he can use that against Golovkin. Look to outwork Golovkin. For me, Canelo has a stamina issue, which again, in this fight may be... I think Golovkin's the perfect style. before he goes into a rematch against Bivol, because I think Golovkin is a fighter that's going to be able to, bring out those stamina issues in Canelo. If they're there, Golovkin has that style where he's strong, he punches very hard, he's got a great chin, he won't let Canelo work when he wants to work. He will get the flaws out of Canelo if obviously Golovkin has still got what we know he's got. I still think he has. I think his performance against Murata was good, and I personally think a lot of people read too much into that. Golovkin always got caught. I think people, because he's 40 years of age, I think people read a lot into it now, because when you get to a certain age, people look for your weaknesses even more. I do think Golovkin has slowed down, but that's natural at 40. But I still think he's going to be a tough fight for Canelo. I don't see Canelo stopping GGG. But again, Canelo might have to make that statement. Canelo might have to go and make that kind of statement. After losing to Dimitri Bivol, Canelo might have to go in there and show that he is by stopping Golovkin. Does that make him pound for pound best? Who cares, really? The main thing is, for Canelo needs to go in and knock out Golovkin for Canelo, because there's a lot of people that question him. There's a lot of people, not just that. Canelo's going to have to now go and not just beat Golovkin emphatically. He's going to have to do a number on Bivol, and that's going to be hard. I think Golovkin has got a hard style for Canelo, but Bivol's style is even harder. Someone pointed out, I can't remember, I think it was in the live stream or someone, I think it was it Coach Malachi, or was it Punch Perfect, or Jamie from Punch Perfect? I can't remember, but one of them said, I just think Bivol, I think it might be Coach Malachi, that said Bivol's just got a horribly style is all wrong for Canelo, and he's probably right. I think the style is wrong for Canelo. I think that style is a difficult style for Canelo, and Canelo's going to always struggle against that style. Hence why, if Canelo was to go in there and beat someone like Dimitri Bivol, my respect for Canelo will go through the roof, because Canelo would be going in there against somebody that he stylistically has trouble with, and he'd be doing a number on him. So that's why I think that rematch against Bivol is something that I think is very important for Canelo's legacy. But this Golovkin fight is also very important, because if Canelo loses this fight, oh my God, Canelo's gonna become somewhat of a laughingstock in terms of a lot of the fans. A lot of fans are going to mock him. A lot of people are going to hate on him. So Canelo really needs to go in there and do a number on Gennady Golovkin. Otherwise, people are going to criticize him. People are going to say he was a hype job. So Canelo's got a lot to put right in this fight against Golovkin. Firstly, he's got to put right the fact that a lot of people thought Golovkin won the first 2 fights that they had, because a lot of people thought that Canelo was gifted those fights. So Canelo firstly has got to put that right by putting in an emphatic performance and then closing a chapter on the Golovkin saga. Then he's got to go back and then avenge that loss against Dimitri Bivol, which a lot of people think he can't beat. A lot of people think he can't beat Dimitri Bivol. They think Dimitri Bivol's style is all wrong for Canelo Alvarez. So can Canelo Alvarez come back and show the world that he is an exceptional fighter, and he can come and beat styles that people think are all wrong for him? Can he do that? Only time will tell. But I'm looking forward to it, because I think the Golovkin fight is going to be an epic fight, and then I expect an epic fight, because I want to see what changes and what adjustments Canelo makes to his style. What can he add to his game? This is when people see how great you really are. This is what people want to see, how great Canelo Alvarez is. And now we'll find out how great he really is. So leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Smash the like button, guys. As always, hit the subscribe button, share the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.